Okay, thank you all for joining me for a 75-minute yoga class. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes to warm up our body, and then we will hop into 26 into yoga, 26 postures, 2 breathing exercises. At times, yoga can be challenging, and that's okay, but we're never going to a point of pain, a point that could cause harm to ourselves or others. So if something isn't working for you today, remember that you can take a break, you can modify the posture, you can do something else, you can skip it entirely. Again, yoga can be challenging, but never going to a point of pain. We're going to start with 3 rounds of sun salutes. You can come towards the top of your mat with your feet close together. I'm going to stand back a bit and show you in periphery. Stand up nice and tall, firmly root both of your feet in the floor as a symbolic gesture that you're starting to arrive in your body, arrive in time and space, arrive at your yoga practice. Okay, bring your hands together at heart center, and we'll begin with 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar, a sun salute. As you inhale, lift your arms up overhead, look up as if you're saluting or greeting the sun. Exhale, fold forward, hands to floor, relax your head. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. You can have your hands on your thighs, your shins, or the floor in front of you. Exhale, bend your knees, put your hands on the floor, and step back into a high plank or tabletop position. On your next exhale, hug your elbows in and lower down halfway. Inhale, come up into a back bend. You can do cobra with elbows bent and thighs on the floor, or up dog with arms straight and thighs off the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, lift your hips up for down dog. You can bend one knee, straighten the other, pedal out your legs, and then press your heels to the floor, hips to the ceiling, drop your head, look for your thighs behind you. If down dog is not speaking to you today, skip it, come into a child's pose instead. Sink your hips down as you stretch your arms forward. Oh, that feels really good. On your next inhale, hands to the floor, look forward, step forward, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, slowly bend your knees, fold, relax your head. Inhale, root to rise, lift up, look up. Exhale, hands down at heart center. 2 more. Inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift, shoulders away from ears, look forward. Exhale, hands to floor, step back into your high plank or tabletop. Let's hold here for a moment. If that lowering down motion doesn't work for you, skip it. Go straight from your plank or tabletop directly into your child's pose or down dog. Otherwise, imagine you're pulling yourself down to the floor, and then inhale, come up into your back bend. If you're doing up dog, make sure thighs off the floor. Exhale, lift your hips up for down dog, or sink your hips down for child's pose. Spread your fingers wide, root down through all 28 knuckles, especially the space between your index finger and thumb. My super flexy folks, make sure you're not hyperextending your elbows. The arms are strong, but you're not like pushing the elbows or knees back too far. On your next inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Slowly exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, lift up. Exhale, hands down. Last one, inhale, lift your arms, look up. Slowly exhale as you fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back, high plank, keep exhaling, lower down. Inhale, your up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. If you're doing down dog, try to get your heels to the floor. If your heels aren't touching the floor, try taking a wider step. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, squeeze your thighs tight. Good. Inhale, look forward, step forward, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up. Slowly exhale, hands down. Wonderful. So that's our little warm up. We will now hop into our beloved 26 into yoga, starting with a breathing exercise, pranayama, standing deep breathing, good for your lungs and respiratory system. Come to the middle of your mat space with your feet together, toes, heels touching nicely. Interlock your 10 fingers, cross your thumbs, and glue your knuckles underneath your chin. Rock your weight into your heels. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. You made it to class. Concentrate, meditate, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up. Breathe in through your nose. Lift your elbows up. Suck your stomach in. Fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up. Exhale through your mouth. HA, sound head back. Arms forward, elbows touch. Good, inhale. Elbows out and arms up. Slowly bring your chin down. Look straight ahead. Lift your elbows all the way up. Breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Slowly push your head back. Look way, way, way back for the wall behind you. Arms forward, elbows touch, pointing forward. Inhale, head down. Breathe in through your nose. Down through your throat to the very bottom of your lungs. Exhale, head up. As you exhale, open your mouth wide like you're fogging up a mirror on the ceiling. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Every new inhale, you want to take in more air than the last breath to expand your lung capacity. Exhale, head up. The more you exhale here, the more fresh oxygen you can take in on your next breath. Push the air out. Inhale, head down. So make this the deepest breath so far. Breathing into the top of the lungs, middle of the lungs, bottom of the lungs, full lungs. Exhale, head up. In our day-to-day life, we don't really use the full lung capacity, but the lungs need to be worked out like any other part of the body. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the first set. Make your spine a little longer, elbows a little higher, lungs a little fuller. Suck your stomach in, breathe deep, full lungs. Exhale, head up, take your time. Eyes open, hips forward, legs locked, stomach in. Keep exhaling, push, squeeze, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down, curl out your shoulders and head. Second set, feet together, interlock your fingers, switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, all of your knuckles underneath your chin like glue, keep them there. Squeeze your thighs, squeeze your butt, grow taller out of the base of your spine, and begin. Inhale, chin down and arms up, breathe in through your nose, lift your elbows up, suck your stomach in, fill up your lungs. Exhale, head up, exhale through your mouth. Slowly push your head back, stretch your arms forward, keep exhaling, elbows touch. Inhale, I'll do two with you. Chin down, elbows up, stomach in, full lungs. Exhale, head up. Look back, arms forward, elbows touch. Inhale, head down. Exhale, head up. Inhale, head down. Keep the weight in your heels. Thighs tight, glutes tight, abdomen in. Exhale, head up. Keep the weight in your heels. Press your hips a little forward. Hip muscles contracting. Legs are locked. Inhale, head down. As you inhale, suck your stomach in. Depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles. Exhale, even as you exhale, abdomen in. Shoulders down, elbows up, triceps parallel to the floor. Inhale, head down. Keep your knuckles underneath your chin like glue. Palms face the floor. Keep your wrists straight. Exhale, head up. Use your knuckles to push your head back. Squeeze your palms together. Wrist straight, wrists together. Forearms, elbow bones touch. Inhale, head down. This is the last breath in the second set. Deepest breath of your life. When your lungs are totally full, surprise yourself. Take in one more sip of air. Exhale, head up. Take your time, let everything go through the exhale breath. Any worries, any cares, let them go. Be here now, elbows touch. Good, change, arms down. We'll continue Ardha Chandrasana with Padastasana, half moon with hands to feet pose. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, nice tight grip. Stretch up out of your waist and bend right and left, right and left. Every time you pass through the middle, stretch up a little taller. And when you can't stretch anymore, come to stop in the middle. Bring the weight into your heels, press your hips a little forward, squeeze your palms together, bring your head and arms back. Chest is nice and proud. Inhale, breathing, stretch up out of your waist, try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, breathing, absolutely straight line. Slowly bend your body to the right. Without bending your elbows, without bending your knees, continuously push your hips to the left beyond your flexibility. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling in the left side of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes. Go to a place that feels good, where you can breathe in and out through your nose. Yoga is a beautiful opportunity to connect the mind to the body through the breath. So keep it simple, right? It's not about going super deep into a posture. It's just about enjoying your own company, really being in touch with your body. Keep the weight in your heels, hips a little more forward, upper body back. Push your left hip forward, two hips in line, right shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, 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 change. Inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up, and slowly bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. Come down without bending elbows, without bending knees, without gritting your teeth or holding your breath. Mouth closed, eyes open, focus forward. If your eyes are wandering, mind is wandering, let this be some time just for you. Lift your chin, lift your chest, soften through your shoulders. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward and arms back. Press your right hip a little forward and then bring your left shoulder a little forward. Come down, push, push, push. Change. Inhale to come up. First back bend of the day. Take a deep breath, full lungs. Keep your eyes open. Relax your head back as far as it goes. You can give your head a gentle shake. Look for the floor behind you. Squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and immediately bring your arms back with your ears. Try to touch the wall behind you. So whole spine back bending from coccyx to the neck, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bend your total spine backward bending. Keep the weight in your heels, legs locked. Inhale, breathing, push stomach, thighs, hips, everything forward, and then bring your arms back. Look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back, change. Inhale to come up, stretch up, lengthen. Exhale, fold, bend the knees, arms with ears, hands to floor, drop your head, go for a walk, move your hips, shake your head. This is a U-turn from back bending to forward folding. At the beginning of class, your spine might not be quite warmed up yet. Move your hips to get your lower back nice, relaxed, comfortable, easy, flexible. Padastasana, hands to feet pose. Bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your calves, your Achilles, or your heels from underneath. Step on all 10 fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Stretch your upper body down from the lower spine to the floor. Pulling is the object of stretching. You're trying to create a tremendous stretching feeling on the back of your body, all over, inside out, bones to skin, fingers to toes with a smiling, happy face. Pull on your heels, roll into your toes, lift your hips up, stretch your spine down. Good, change, come up, arms with ears, knees can bend. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Second set, feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together. Switch the grip, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, less dominant grip. Keep the weight in your heels, hips forward, arms back, puff up your chest, stretch up, and slowly bend to the right as you press your hips to the left. Keep breathing, keep stretching, keep pushing. Press your hips to the left, stretch your upper body to the right, don't collapse. It's a stretching feeling to the left side body and a toning feeling to the right side body. See if you can create a little bit more space between your right armpit and right hip. Come down, push, push, push. Change, inhale to come up, hips forward, arms back, stretch up and bend to the left as you press your hips to the right. My flexi folks, notice if you're like sticking your butt out and back bending in the lower spine. Press your hips forward, engage your abdominal wall, and slide your breastbone up. So you're trying to eliminate curvature in the lower back. Press your right hip a little forward, 2 hips in line, left shoulder forward, open your chest like a flower petal blooming. Come down, push, 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 change, inhale to come up. Second heart opener, deep breath, full lungs, keep your eyes open, relax your head back as far as it goes. Squeeze your hands together, squeeze your butt, lift your chest, and bring your arms back with your ears. So notice if the hands are coming apart, wrists are bending, really squeeze palms together, push your hands back, press your hips forward, arms back, look back, fall back, way back, go back, more back. Change, inhale to come up, stretch up. Exhale, fold with a flat back, straight spine, hands to floor, drop your head. Go for another walk, move your hips, shake your head. And second set, here we go, bend your knees halfway. You can grab the backs of your legs or your heels from underneath. All 5 fingers together, thumbs with your index fingers. Pull on your heels. Roll your weight into your toes and lift your hips up. Eventually the legs will lock, doesn't have to be today or tomorrow. Stomach in, eyes open. Pull on your heels. Push your big toes down, push your knuckles down, push your butt up, push your knees back, try to lock your legs. Good, change, come up with a straight spine, flat back. Very nice, arms down, and you stand a little taller. Awkward Utkatasana, step your right foot to the right about 6 inches, hip width distance, insides of your feet perfectly parallel like 11s. Arms up, parallel to the floor, tricep muscles tight, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back, and down into a chair, feet flat position, spine straight to begin with, 100% of your body weight in your heels. Sit down halfway only, hips into a chair. Suck your stomach in and lean your upper body back, depression to abdominal wall, contraction to abdominal muscles, suck it in. Hold it in tight, shift the weight back into your heels. Now lift your chin up, chest up, lean back, fall back, way back, change, inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward, spread your toes wide. Now come up maximum on your tippy toes like a ballerina. Make sure your fingers are together, stretch up, bend your knees, sit down. Notice if your knees start to come in or out. Keep your knees hip width distance, heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up, almost lost it. Last part, squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down. Take your time. Listen to your body, stop whenever you want, or keep sitting down, and then stop when there's still a little bit of a gap between your hips and your heels. So think about lifting up, abdomen in, change, slowly push the floor away from you. Beauty, heels down, right foot back, shoulders down, you stand tall. Second set, I'm going to show you at an angle. Step your right foot to the right about hip width distance, not too big of a step. Insides your feet parallel, arms up, parallel to the floor, abdomen in, bend your knees, sit back and down. So in the first part, you can stick your butt out and fold all the way forward to get thighs parallel to the floor. From here, start to lift up. Keep your triceps tight, chin up, chest up, change. Inhale to come up, keep your arms there. Press your hips a little forward. Try to eliminate any curvature in the lower back. So hips forward, abdomen in, and now lift your heels. Imagine somebody has you by the ponytail, stretching you up to the ceiling. Bend your knees, sit down. Push your big toes down, lift your heels a little higher, knees a little higher, sit down into a chair, but don't sit below a chair. Change, inhale to come up. Last part, still breathing. Squeeze your knees together, let your heels come a little bit off the floor, and slowly sit down, stomach in, spine straight. Stop when there's still a gap between hips and heels. Squeeze your knees together and forward, thighs parallel to the floor, arms parallel to the thighs, spine perfectly straight from the side, looks like you're holding a box. Change, slowly come up, knees together, good, heels down, right foot back, arms down. Eagle pose, Garasana, we're gonna do the right side first. Inhale your arms over your head. Exhale, swing right arm, under left arm. Right elbow, under left elbow. Cross first at your elbows, again if you can at your wrists. You can have palms together, thumbs towards your face. You can also interlock fingers, grab a thumb, or grab your shoulders and give yourself a big bear hug. Pull your elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit back and down, hips into a chair. Stay down there and bring your right leg over your left leg, right leg over left leg. Cross twist and eventually wrap your right foot behind your left calf muscle. Keep breathing as you squeeze. If your foot is coming out, sit down more. If you're losing your balance, arch your upper body back. Bring your knees to the right, upper body to the left, twist like ropes. Bring the weight back into your heel, sit down and lean back. Good, change. Feet together, arms over your head. Let's do the left side. Swing your left arm, zoom, under your right arm, left under right. And this side might look or feel different, and that's okay. Eventually, hands in prayer, thumbs towards your nose, pinkies towards the front of the room rather than to the side of the room. Pull elbows down, bend your knees, sit back and down. Try to keep your hips down low and bring your left leg over your right leg. Left over right, cross twist, and eventually wrap your foot. On this side, swing your knees a little to the left and upper body to the right. You want wrists over elbows, elbows over knees, knees over ankle. Bring the weight back into your heel. Sit a little bit lower, breathe a little slower. Lean your upper body back at the end. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head. I'll show you second side from an angle. Second set from an angle, bring your right arm under your left arm. Think bicep under tricep. One day fingertips in line and wrists straight. That's like a lifetime of work right there. Pull elbows down, one day fingers below the nose. Bend your knees, sit back and down. Keep your hips low like the first part of awkward. And bring right leg over left leg. Think hamstring over quadricep. If your foot is wrapping, try to eliminate the gap between your right foot and left calf muscle. Press your left hip a little forward, right shoulder a little forward. Stick your butt out, sit back and down. And then lean your upper body back. Good, change, feet together, arms over your head, last one. Bring your left arm under your right arm, palms together, thumbs towards your nose, pull elbows down, sit down, lean back, and bring left leg over right leg. So we're transitioning into the balancing postures, and sometimes when we balance, we forget to hold our breath because we're concentrating, right? So make sure you're still breathing. Think about flooding your body with oxygen, right? highly oxygenated blood rushing through the body as you squeeze and twist, sit down, keep breathing, lean back. Good, and change. Feet together, arms over your head, arms down, circulation flows, party time. Grab a sip of water if you want. Cheers, friends. Peter, I'm so happy you're here. Happy belated birthday. I meant to text you, but then I didn't, but happy belated birthday. That has been my MO these days. Like somebody emailed me before class, like a friend not from yoga about hanging out. And I was like, I've been meaning to message you, but I haven't. But I'm so glad, anyways, I'm so glad you guys are here. Okay, standing head to knee, Dandayamana, Janushirasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, big toe points forward. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here or round down and pick up your right foot. And in honor of Peter's birthday, I will share his least favorite joke, which is interlace your 10 fingers up to the webbing under your foot as if you're about to help a friend over a fence. Not that you've ever helped a friend over a fence. If you've been coming for a while and you know your left leg is locked, no bend, no wobble. Inhale, breathing slowly, gently. Lift your right leg up, stretch it forward until your right leg is exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower, standing leg locked. Take a breath. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back. You're training your Achilles to stretch. If both legs lock, puff up your chest and then start to bend elbows down. Touch elbows to calf muscles, bring your chest down more. One day elbows go below the calf muscles, lock your knee, lock your knee, lock your knee. Change, slowly, reverse, out. Shift your weight to your right leg so your big toe points forward. Inside of your right foot runs parallel to your mat. Contract your inner thigh, outer thigh. Lift your right kneecap, squeeze your right glute so you're using the muscles in your standing leg to keep your bones and joints stable. When you're ready, lift your left leg up. Point your toes, flex your toes, keep your toes flexed back to your face. Option to stay here, or when you're ready, interlace your fingers, round down and pick up your left foot, all 10 fingers interlocked, webbing to webbing grip. From start to finish, standing legs should be solid, concrete, one piece, lamp post, unbroken. You have no knee. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up. Press your heel forward, flex your toes back, breathe slowly in and out through your nose. If your standing leg is bending a lot, think about lifting your hips up. If both legs lock, you feel tremendous stretching feeling on the backs of both hamstrings, maybe even a cramp on the top of your thighs, the hip flexor engages. Start to bend elbows down. Touch your elbows into your calf muscles. Keep coming down. One day elbows go below the calf muscle. Heel forward, pinky toe back. Change. Slowly reverse out. You can put your hands on your back and do a little back bend or a knee bend. Second set, showing you from an angle. Shift your weight to your left leg, lift your left kneecap, lift your right leg up, flex your toes back. When you're ready, round down and pick up your right foot. Concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Inhale, lift your right leg up. The reason why Peter doesn't like that joke, from what I remember, is because there is nothing inherently wrong with helping a friend over a fence. So why would I say not that you've ever helped a friend over a fence? If both legs lock, bend elbows down. If elbows go below calf muscles, slowly tuck your chin to your chest and put your forehead on your knee. Hold wherever you are for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out, step by step. Last one, shift your weight to your right leg, lift your right kneecap, squeeze your right glute, lift your left leg up, flex your toes back, round down, and pick up your left foot. And by the same token, there's nothing inherently wrong with not picking up your foot, right, or by taking a break. When you're ready, inhale, lift your left leg up. So we're trying to leave societal and cultural norms and expectations behind. Whatever you're doing, as long as you feel good, right, you're doing great. If both legs lock, bend elbows down. Make sure both legs locked, and then tuck your chin to your chest. Put your forehead on your knee. Hold, squeeze, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time as you reverse out. Wonderful. Standing bow pulling pose, Dandayamana, Dhanurasana. Feet together, bring your right hand up, elbow touches the body, palm faces the ceiling. Bring your hand out to the right. Give yourself a high five for practicing yoga today. Yes, reach back without turning or twisting your wrist. Pick up the inside of your right foot at the ankle bone, thumb with your index finger. Bring your left arm up and back, Right hip forward and down, knees together to start. Lock your left leg, point your right toes, take a deep breath, stretch up, and slowly charge your body forward. Simultaneously kick your right leg back and up. Take your time. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. See the foot come directly over the top of your head. So from the side, 2 heels in line. Kick back and up. In other words, 2 shoulders in line. Touch your chin to your shoulder, shoulder blade, scapula, stretching away from the body. Kicking, stretching, equal, simultaneous, 50-50. The harder you kick, you can balance forever. Body down more, leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change slowly. Kick yourself up. You want to find a moment of stillness between every posture. Bring your left hand up, out to the left. Reach back without turning or twisting your shoulder. Pick up the inside of your left foot at the ankle bone. Thumb with your index finger. Right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lift your right kneecap. Point your left toes. Take a breath. Lift your chin. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, back bend. Kick into your hand. Simultaneously charge your body forward. All 5 fingers together. Thumb with your index finger. Palm of your right hand faces the floor. Get your right arm exactly parallel to the floor. No higher, no lower. Standing leg locked. If you fall out like I did, you just take a breath and hop back in. If you fall out, try kicking even harder. Slowly bring the body down and the leg up. Abdomen, chest parallel to the floor. Big toe to the ceiling. Right fingertips to the wall in front of you. Body down more. Leg up more. Kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Kick yourself up. Take a breath. Second set, bring your right hand up, out to the right. Reach back, pick up the inside of your right foot. Left arm up, right hip forward, knees together. Lock your left leg, point your right toes. Lift your chin, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. Kick into your hand, stretch forward, breathe through your nose. Slowly body down to parallel. 2 heels in line, kick back and up, 2 shoulders in line, chest up more, big toe up more, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change with control. Come on up. Okay. Last one. Bring your left hand up, out to the left, reach back, pick up the inside of your left foot, right arm up, left hip forward, knees together. Lock your right leg, point your left toes, take a breath, stretch up, and slowly kick, stretch, and breathe. So notice what stories you're telling yourself. Make sure they're nice ones. Look forward, stretch forward, tricep tight, shoulders open, body down. So 2 heels in line, right shoulder forward, 2 shoulders in line, chin up more, chest up more, big toe up more, kick, kick, kick. Good. Change. Whew. Kick yourself up. Okay, come to the back of your mat, Tula Dandasana balancing stick. Feet together, inhale, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs and lean back. Step your right foot forward, shift your weight to your right foot, stretch up, point your left toes and tilt. Slowly come down parallel to the floor. One day, arms, body, head, legs, everything parallel. From the side, body makes a T like Tom, not a broken umbrella. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Change. Left foot down, right foot back. Let's do the other side. Step your left foot forward, shift your weight to your left foot, stretch up, point your right toes, and tilt. Slowly come down, abdomen in, biceps with ears, chin forward, chest down, lift your right leg up parallel to the floor, stretch. Change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down, take a breath. Second set, arms overhead, palms together, interlock fingers, release index fingers, cross thumbs, switch the grip, nice tight grip, arms with ears. Step your right foot forward, stretch up, point your left toes and tilt. You want to come down slowly with control. Think of your arms and legs as an extension of your flat back. Body down, leg up, stretch. Change, slowly left foot down, right foot back, step your left foot forward, stretch up, point your right toes and tilt. Imagine you're trying to turn on a light switch with your right big toe. So you're really stretching back and charging forward, arms with ears, stretch. Good, change, right foot down, left foot back, arms down. Enough of that. You can come to the top of your mat and face the right side of your room for the next 3 postures so that both feet stay on your mat. I will continue to face you, standing, separate leg, stretching. Dandayamana, Vipattapada, Paschimottanasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step. 4 feet minimum, arms down, parallel to the floor. Turn your toes in, heels out, lock your legs, lift your chest, and swan dive forward. Look forward all the way down. Grab your heels from behind, bend your elbows back, elbows to calves, shoulders to ceiling, belly button to spine. Everybody roll forward and push. Push your big toes down, push your knuckles down, push your butt up, push your knees back, lock your legs, pull, stretch, touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, slowly come up, take your time. Step your right foot back, arms over your head and arms down. If your forehead touched the floor in the first set, take a smaller step. If your forehead was nowhere near the floor in the first set, maybe try playing around with a bigger or smaller step, or try playing around with turning the toes in more or keeping them straight ahead. Sometimes a bigger step helps us get the head closer to the floor, but for my long-legged folks, it is possible to take too wide of a step. If your knees are bending and you're feeling the stretch on the inner thighs, you want to take a smaller step so your legs are locked so you can feel it in the hamstrings instead. Second set, arms overhead sideways, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, lift your kneecaps, lift your chest, and go down. So not only does every body differ, but every day is a little different too, right? So maybe yesterday you needed a big step, and maybe today you needed a smaller step. And this is a really beautiful part about yoga, right? Because it invites us to live in the moment. If you can grab your heels, bend your elbows back. You can also grab the outsides of your feet, your pinky toes. You can also start with your hands on the floor in front of you. Roll forward, find your edge, hips over heels. Lift your kneecaps, lock your legs. First the legs stretching, then the hips stretching, lower spine, whole body stretching. 3, 60-degree angle stretching, coccyx to toes, coccyx to forehead. Touch your head to the floor in between your feet. Good, change, come on up, take your time, no rush. Step your right foot back, arms over your head, float your arms down. Next is triangle, Trikonasana. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, big step, 4 feet minimum, push your hips forward, lean your upper body back, turn your right foot out, take a bigger step, bend your right leg and lunge. Sit as low as you can, keep your left leg locked, bend your right knee, lean back and move your arms at the same time so you get a nice long line from your ankle to the crown of your head. If you're not able to get your thigh parallel to the floor yet, maybe just the wrist or forearm in front of the knee. You're not collapsing down, but you're also not staying all the way lifted, right? You want to feel this moment where the right side of your body really has to squeeze and tone. Look up towards the ceiling, touch your chin to your shoulder, breathe through your nose. Drop your left thigh down, push your right knee back. Now turn, twist, lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, 2 heels in line. Inhale, bend your left leg and lunge. You can try taking a bigger or smaller step. Make sure the right leg stays locked. Sit as low as you can, lean back and move your arms. So if you're able to get left thigh parallel to the floor, then maybe elbow in front of the knee. Hover your fingertips between your big and second toe. Don't touch the floor. Don't push any weight on the floor. Look up towards the ceiling. Touch your chin to your shoulder. Push your right hip forward and down. Push your left knee back with the help of your elbows, stomach in. Now turn, twist, lock your right leg. Keep your right foot flat on the floor. Change. Rotate your arms. Push the left foot into the floor. Left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and float your arms down. Take a breath. Second set, arms over your head, step your right foot to the right, big step, arms down parallel to the floor, triceps tight, fingers active, lean back, turn your right foot out, left toes in, bend your right leg, sit as low as you can, lean back, and move your arms, elbow in front of the knee. I was talking with an old student recently who was like, I really need to work on my hips, but then later in the conversation, he was like, I half-ass triangle pose every time, and I was like, well, okay, there you go, right? This is our hip opening posture. Bend your right knee, sit down more, and then use your right oblique, stretch up more, look up more, turn, twist, Lock your left leg, keep your left foot flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your right leg, right toes in, left toes out, bend your right leg, sit down, lean back, and move your arms. He was like, but I don't like triangle pose. And I was like, well, there you go, right? The postures that we tend to run away from are usually the postures we need the most. Look up towards the ceiling, reach your right arm up, stretch your left arm down, sit down more, chest up more, turn, twist, lock your right leg, keep your whole right foot, even your pinky toe, flat on the floor. Change, rotate your arms, straighten your left leg, left toes in, right foot back, arms over your head, and slowly with control, arms down. Standing separate leg, head to knee, Dandayamana, Bikaptapada, Janusharasana. Inhale, arms overhead sideways. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet, at least 36 inches. Pivot on your heels to one side of the room. Turn your back, left toes in. Press your left hip forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 2 hips in line, 2 heels in line. Backside foot makes a 45-degree angle. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest, and you go down, chin to chest, abdomen in, round your spine. Touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Stretch all 10 fingers beyond your big and second toe. If your forehead and knee aren't touching, you can try taking a wider step. You can bend your front leg, tuck your chin to your chest, put your forehead and knee together, front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed, eyes open, stomach in, breathing normal. Push your forehead into your knee a couple times real quick. Lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl with control. Head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels to the other side of the room. Uncross your heels. Make sure you still have at least a yardstick between your feet. Turn your back toes in. Press your right hip forward, right shoulder forward. Stretch up. Tuck your chin to your chest and go down slowly with control. Chin to chest, stomach in, bend your front leg if you want to, touch your knee and head together. If your forehead and knee aren't touching, remember you can try bending your front leg or taking a bigger or smaller step. However, we're never forcing the body, especially rounded spine postures can be a little much on the back. So if you feel like your back is like tugging or pulling and not in a pleasant way, that's when you want to ease up and flatten out the back a little bit. Eventually, you're going to round the middle spine to the ceiling, so forehead and knee touch. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, slowly uncurl, go slow, use your core strength, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels, step your right foot back, and slowly arms down. So even the transition in and out of postures, how we hold ourselves between postures, this is all part of our yoga practice. Second set, moving intentionally. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs. Exhale, step your right foot to the right, 3 to 4 feet. Pivot on your heels, turn your back toes in, press your left hip, left shoulder forward, stretch up, arms with ears, chin to chest, and go down. Can you look at your belly button all the way down? You cannot see your front foot all the way down. Chin to chest, move your hips forward, round your spine, touch your forehead and knee together, lift your right hip up, press your left hip forward, breathe in and out through your nose. Push forehead into knee, lock both legs, hands together, change, keep biceps squeezing into ears, head up, last. Good. Pivot on your heels. I'm going to show you this one from the front. So make sure your heels are in line, but not crisscross, right? Like imagine you could draw a line in the sand between your heels, or if you stood on the edge of your mat, one foot would be on the mat and one heel would be off. Stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Move the right hip forward. Keep wrists straight, palms together, balance challenge, hands together. Bend your front leg, touch knee and head together. Front side compression, throat choked, jaw relaxed. Abdomen in, squeeze the core tight, breathe through the nose. Push your forehead into your knee, lock both legs, hands together. Change, go slow. Feeling the back unwind, head up last. Beautiful. Pivot on your heels, right foot back, arms down. Come to the middle of your mat for tree pose and then toe stand. This is the hip opening series. We'll start with Tadasana. Shift your weight to your left leg, lock your left leg, and lift your right leg up. Turn your knee out to the right. So we're training our hips and knees to sit in lotus pose one day. At first, your foot can be on your shin, your knee, your thigh. Eventually, heel to costume, groin, sole of foot flat to the ceiling. Slowly, gently, let your right knee drop down and back into a half lotus shape. Never force your body. You can bring your right hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, left hand. Elbows down, shoulders down, lift your breastbone, press your hips a little forward, right hip a little forward, two hips in line. Good, change, right leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, big toe points forward, and lift your left leg up. Eventually heel to groin, sole of foot flat to ceiling. Let your left knee drop down and back. Never force your knees. Left hand up to the center of your chest. And if you can balance, right hand. Elbows down. Notice if you're sticking your butt out, try to tuck your tailbone under, and if that means that your foot slides, hold on to your foot with your hands so you can really start to open through the hips. You can bring your hands together or hold on to the foot. Good, change, left leg down. You're welcome to do a second set of tree or try another fun posture, Padangusthasana toe stand. Pick a spot on the floor, 4 feet in front of you. Don't move your eyes. Lock your left leg and lift your right leg up. This time your foot can be anywhere above your knee, anywhere on your thigh. If your foot's prone to sliding, hold on to your foot, otherwise hands together. Option to stay here. Sometimes just looking to the floor is enough. When you're ready, start to fold. And maybe you just dangle forward an inch or two. Maybe you let your hands hang until eventually fingers touch the floor. From here, especially if you're new, walk your hands forward, lean forward, lift your heel, bend your knee, sit down. So as you sit, all of the weight is in your arms, not your knee. Walk your hands back to either sides of your hips, point your right toes, right hip forward, right knee down, two knees in line. Left hand up to the center of your chest, right hand up, elbows down, spine straight, come a half inch off your heel. Good. When you're ready, hands to floor. You can come up on 2 feet or lift your hips up to straighten your standing leg and then press your hips forward to reverse out. Good. Change, right leg down, lock your right leg and lift your left leg up. You're welcome to go down from a standing position and go at your own rate. If you never go into this posture because the folding forward is not for you, I'm going to show you how to build it from the floor. So you're welcome to join me in tabletop position. I'm going to show you from the side. Tuck your toes under. Walk your left foot around, put your left ankle shin on top of your right thigh. Walk your hands back, sink your hips down, and now you're in toe stand. So from the front, you come into tabletop position with your toes tucked under. Walk your foot around, ankle to thigh. Walk your hands back, and now you're in toe stand. Maybe even come a half inch off your heel. Whee. Okay, when you're ready, you can come up on 2 feet or to reverse out, push your hands into the floor to lift your hips up and then press your hips forward to come up. Very nice. Change, left leg down, honor yourself, give yourself high five, fist bump, turn around, Savasana. I'm gonna adjust our camera angle. We are on the floor for the rest of class. What a delight. Actually, I'm going to do something a little different today, just for kicks. Okay, great. Wonderful. Okay, lie down with your head to the front of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. Bring your heels together. Let your toes fall open. Arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open. Mouth closed, breathing normal. Take an inhale through your nose, feel your chest rise. And exhale through your nose, feel your shoulders fall. Breathe in. And let it all go through the exhale breath. So earlier today, my girlfriend emailed me and I'd like ran into her, a month ago and been like, let's hang out. And then, I dropped that ball and she very graciously emailed me and was just like, do you want to hang out? And I was like, oh yeah. So we're going to get coffee, But, you know, in the past, I might have really beaten myself up for that. But now I'm just giving myself grace, right? Because at the end of the day, especially this year, our most important job is to survive, be gentle with ourselves, make life-affirming decisions. And you know, sometimes that means that we forget to email a friend, right? Or do that one errand or whatever it is. And if you relate to this at all, please be gentle with yourself, right? We are all doing our best. In the words of Ram Dass, we are all just walking each other home. Pavana Muktasana, wind removing pose, bend your right leg up, interlock your 10 fingers, grab your right shin, nice tight white knuckle grip, pull your knee out to the right, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your head on the floor. Without lifting your head, look down the center line of your body, pull and hold. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out to the left, down towards your shoulder, completely avoid your rib cage. Keep your right leg on the floor. If your right calf muscle does not naturally touch the floor, try flexing your right toes back. Otherwise, keep the right foot nice and relaxed. Change, left leg down and both legs lift up. Grab your elbows, each other. Give yourself a big hug for coming to class. Good for you. Squeeze your knees together and down. Keep your head on the floor. Look down the center line of your body and hold still. Eventually, or in the future, when the bone, joint, skeletal system has improved, the whole spine from coccyx to the neck will be flat on the floor. Change, arms down and eyes open. Take a breath. Stay in your body. Second set, bend your right leg up, interlock your fingers, maybe switch the grip, other thumb, pinky finger on top, pull your knee out and down. Push the pads of your fingers into the backs of your hands. Pull down to tone the biceps, opening through the chest, the shoulders, the hips. Look down a little bit so that you feel your neck lengthen and stretch as well. Change, right leg down, left leg up, pull your knee out and down. We are purposely putting pressure on the lower abdomen. This is good for digestion, good for removing gas bubbles from your stomach. It is called wind removing pose for a reason. Change, left leg down, both legs up, grab your elbows each other. And you know, this sequence is so brilliantly done. One of the reasons why we're doing this posture here, it's part of the hip opening series, just like tree pose and toe stand, but it's also preparing us for the postures when we lie on the stomach, right? So we're doing a little bit of digestion work. I don't know if I can say that word right. We're working on our digestion before we lie on our stomach, right? That makes sense. Squeeze, hold, breathe, change, arms down and eyes open. Now, all the postures on our stomach are back bends. So before we do them, if you'd like, we'll do a sit-up where you can really round your spine, trying to bring elbows to floor, forehead to knees. So you're going to decompress your spine with a sit-up before you do the back bends. However, rounded spine stuff, sit-up stuff can be a little bit much, especially if you have a history of slip discs. If you have any concerns about your back today, skip the sit-up, especially the first sit-up. Roll to the side, meet us on your abdomen. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, cross your thumbs. Keep your heels on the floor, arms with your ears. Take a breath, hold your breath. Stomach in, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Exhale, grab your big toes. Exhale, elbows to floor, forehead to knees. Good, okay. Turn, lie on your abdomen for the spine strengthening series, starting with Cobra Bhujangasana, good for your lower lumbar spine. Place your hands flat on the floor just below your shoulders so your elbows point up to the ceiling. Zip up your legs like a cobra's tail, toes and heels touch. Lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor, use 100% back strength, beautiful. Come up halfway only, elbows stay bent, hug your arms into your sides. Where are your ears in relationship to your shoulders? Roll your shoulders back and down and stretch the top of your head up towards the ceiling. Nice long neck. Stretch your big toes to the back wall, lock your legs. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down, look up, chin up, chest up, stretch up, breathe up. Good, change, slowly lower down. Look to your right, left ear on your mat, arms down, palms face the ceiling, toes together, heels fall open, take a breath. And do it again, second set, chin forward, hands flat on the floor, just below the shoulders, elbows point up to the ceiling, zip up your legs, lock your legs, look up and lift. Stretch your upper body off the floor. Keep your wrists straight, fingers together, hands are flat, not cupping. Roll the shoulders back and down. Imagine you have a walnut between your shoulder blades and you want to crack the walnut. Keep your feet together, squeeze your buns, lift your kneecaps, lock your legs. Push your feet down, hips down, hands down, lift your chest, hold and breathe. Beautiful. Change slowly with control. Lower down. Look to your left, right ear on your mat, arms down, eyes open. If looking left and right does not feel good for your neck or shoulder, you're welcome to bend one or both arms so that your hands are close to your face. That should take pressure off of the neck and shoulder. And if it's ever really uncomfortable to look left and right, you can always lie on your side in between postures as well. Okay, next is everybody's favorite, Locust Shalabhasana. Bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor, knuckles face the ceiling. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can, right, left, right, left. One day pinky fingers touch, but hands never overlap. Triceps tight the whole time. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. Keep your hip and forearm in contact. Lift your right leg to a 45-degree angle, half of 90, hold, stretch, lengthen, squeeze, breathe. Release, change, right leg down, relax right leg. Use the muscles in your left leg, lock your left leg and lift your left leg up. Keep the hip and forearm in contact, sole of the foot flat to the ceiling, triceps tight, shoulders down. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down, kiss your mat, bring your arms a little closer underneath you, spread your fingers wide, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. For my flexi folks, make sure you're not hyperextending your elbows. Think about pressing your knuckles and palms down, shoulders down, roll forward, lift your thighs. Change, lower down, bring your arms out, releasing the tourniquet effect. Look to the right and take a breath. Feel fresh blood rushing through your shoulders, elbows, wrists, fingertips. Jen, I've been thinking about our conversation when I ran into you. And one thing I've thought about is maybe if the arms are able to hyperextend like mine are, that can lead to like weird nerve stuff. So maybe think about micro bending elbows in arm straight postures. Okay, second set, bring your chin forward, arms straight position, rotate your arms, palms face the floor. Bring your arms underneath you as best you can, and let me know if that doesn't work. Lock your right leg, point your right toes, and lift your right leg up. So for most folks, right, we have like tight muscles, joints, we have scar tissue, so it's hard to straighten limbs. But for some people, we can hyperextend limbs, and sometimes this can lead to pain. Change, right leg down, relax your right leg, lock your left leg, point your left toes, lift your left leg up. I am of the opinion that hyperextension of joints in yoga is not inherently bad. And I'm not the only one who believes this, but that said, if it's causing like numbness or tingling, that's a sign to like micro bend the elbows or knees. Change, left leg down. Third part, tuck your chin and mouth down. Bring your arms a little closer, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift both legs up. Knees, feet together, stretch the big toes back, press the shoulders forward. You want to find your tipping point, roll forward, lift your thighs, and change, lower down. Bring your arms out, look to the left, and take a breath. There's not much in yoga that I think like works for 100% of people. And there's also not much in yoga that I think does not work for 100% of people. Sometimes we're the rule, sometimes we're the exception to the rule. I think we're all on like a spectrum, and obviously all of our physiologies are different. So as long as you're listening to your body, breathing into your body, honoring yourself, honoring where you are in this moment, you're doing great, right? Doesn't have to like look like it did last week, doesn't have to look like my posture doesn't need to look like your posture, right? We are all just walking each other home. Bring your chin forward, arms out to the side, full locust, Pranayama, feet, knees together, lock your legs, squeeze your butt, point your toes, look up and lift. Arms, body, head, legs, everything lifts off the floor like a 747 taking off. Just the hip bones on the floor, beautiful, rest of the body's in there. Matt, can you lift your arms a little higher? Nice, keep your feet together, toes heel touch, stretch your arms apart, keep your fingers together, lock your legs. Now lift your thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, tucking your wings, look to the right, eyes open. Maybe whole left ear on the floor, starting to work into neck and shoulder mobility. Second set, chin forward, arms out to the side, feet together, squeeze your butt, lock your legs, point your toes, and lift. This posture is so good for strengthening your back muscles. We're lifting the whole body off of the floor against gravity. Keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine so you're not dropping your head down, but you're also not jamming it all the way back. Hands are flat, not cupping. Stretch the arms apart, triceps tight, keep the knees together, thighs up, chin up, chest up, look up, come up a little higher at the end. Good, change, slowly lower down. Tuck in your wings, look to the left, maybe whole right ear on the floor. Take a breath. Dhanurasana floor bow, chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside, 2 inches below the toes, thumbs with your index fingers, point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up towards the ceiling and start to kick into your hands. Continuously keep kicking without stopping, without intermission. It's the kick that drives the posture. Roll forward once, freeze between your ribs and hips, hold still. Do little sips of air in and out through your nose. Bring your knees in, feet out, wrists straight, point your toes, look up to the ceiling, kick, kick, kick. Good, change slowly with control, lower down, look to your right, left ear on your mat. Sometimes if you feel cramping or tingling in your body, it's a sign that like maybe something is amiss, right? Like a bone is like pushing into a nerve. But sometimes when we feel cramping or tingling in the body, it's what's called neuromuscular confusion. So especially if you're like doing a back bend and your nerves aren't used to moving in the back bend, a nerve in your back might cause like a thumb to go numb. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if it persists over time, then that's like when you might want to like see a doctor or something. Second set, bring your chin forward, bend your legs, grab your feet from the outside. But if you've ever had like a hamstring cramp or a toe go numb in this posture, that's not necessarily like bad or weird. Point your toes, squeeze your butt, look up and kick. So again, as we start to move the back, especially in a very sedentary world, when we start to move our body, sometimes our nerves get a little bit confused. And so they like go numb a little bit or they cramp a little bit. And that's normal. It's not a bad thing. It just means that your body's starting to wake up. Knees in, feet out, wrists straight, look up, kick, 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 kick. Good, change, lower down. Look to your left and take a breath. Bring your chin forward, hands to the floor, push up, come to the top of your mat. I'm going to show you first set from the side. Fixed firm Supta Vajrasana, start in tabletop position. From here, you're going to walk your hands back, sink your hips down. You can keep your hands in front of you, beside you, or behind you the whole time. If you can sit down between your heels and you're not in pain, put your hands on your feet. Right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to the floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head, grab your elbows each other and hold. Wherever you are is perfect. You want a gentle stretch through the lower body, but never a point of pain. Change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up carefully, head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. So I think one of the things that doesn't get talked about enough in yoga is repetitive stress injuries, especially in like a repetitive sequence like we do in 26-2 yoga or Ashtanga. So something to keep in mind, obviously, if you are feeling like sharp shooting pain, a pain that you would describe as the color red, you want to back off. But what do we do in those situations where it's like a gentle pain, right? You're not sure, like, am I just stretching something out, or like, is this not good for me? What we would describe as like the color yellow pain. Those moments, sometimes we can't tell in the moment, but after class, if it doesn't feel good, that's a sign to do a little bit less in the next class, especially if you notice like, this posture is like exacerbating pain in my body. The posture might not necessarily be the cause of that imbalance, right? It could be like what side, you carry your purse on or how you're sitting at work, right? Posture might not be the cause of the pain, but if it's exacerbating that pain, then we want to move away from it either by modifying or even by skipping the posture for a while. I've done that frequently throughout my yoga practice. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, come to the top of your mat. I think it's easier, when the pain is like strong, right? Then that's like, we know to ease up. But what about those like yellow orange pains? Those are the ones that are a little bit trickier. Okay, from here, you're gonna walk your hands back, sink your hips down, put your palms on your soles, right elbow down, left elbow down, drop your head back, head to floor, tuck your chin in, neck, shoulders on the floor, arms over your head. If this is easy, tuck your chin in a little bit more, puff your chest up a little bit more so you get a nice stretch to the neck spine and compression to the middle and lower back. Good, change, put your hands on your feet, press yourself up, head up last, turn around, Savasana. And for folks with recurring back pain, I am right there with you. I have found that yoga has improved my quality of life drastically as someone who has survived 2 car accidents and has had scoliosis their whole life and blah, blah, blah. I found yoga helps, but it doesn't mean that everything is okay all the time, right? So if you experience chronic back pain and after class, you're like, ooh, my back, the first thing for you to take out of your next class is the sit-ups. You want to let go of the sit-ups for a day, a week, a month. I took 2 full years off of sit-ups, right? You're welcome to do that too. If skipping the sit-ups is not helping the back pain, from there you want to start to take away the head to knee postures, the rounded spine ones. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So even if in the moment you find that your back feels okay, if after class your back is bothering you, next class, skip the sit-ups. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, chin away from your chest, stretch up and go down. See if you can keep like a grapefruit amount of space between your chin and chest as you go down. So the back is flat and the neck is long. Forehead to floor, little fingers to floor, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, stretch, stretch, stretch. So think about a nice long flat back. Change, keep your chin away from your chest, back flat. So rather than rounding up, you're coming up with a straight spine. Good, arms down, turn around, Savasana. Savasana is such a wonderful place to regroup. Let your body be heavy on the floor and let the floor hold you up. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up. Good, come to the back of your mat, half tortoise, Ardha Krimasana. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, arms overhead, palms together, cross your thumbs, stretch up and go down. You're always welcome to put one or both hands on the floor to help yourself in. Otherwise, forehead to floor, little baby fingers to floor, arms active, wrists straight, palms together, reach your arms forward, sink your hips down, re-energize, reorganize, revitalize, stretch. Change. You can put your hands on the floor and push up or come up, arms with ears. Very nice. Arms down, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Remember, you're welcome to skip sit-ups by rolling off to the side. Otherwise, legs together, arms over your head, arms with ears, sit up. Round your spine, enjoy the stretch. Good, okay. Come to the top of your mat for Camel Ustrasana, our deepest back bend. Guess I'm gonna adjust this camera a little bit. Stand on your knees, 6 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Put your hands on your lower back, thumbs outside, fingers down to the floor. Push your hips forward, keep your eyes open and start to look up towards the ceiling. Lift your nose, lift your chin. One day head goes back, option to stay here or keep your hands on your back, go back halfway, freeze in the middle. Option to stay here or when you're ready, right hand down, grab your right heel, left hand down, grab your left heel, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels. If you can't grab your heels, or if you have to lean way back to grab your heels, keep your hands on your back. It's better support for the spine. Press your hips forward, lift your chest up, drop your head back, look for your toes behind you. Change, put your hands on your back, press yourself up without twisting. Head up last, very nice, turn around. Savasana, going back to your home base, Savasana, heels together, toes fall open, arms down, palms face the ceiling, eyes open, mouth closed, take a breath. Just observing your own experience and your own body without attaching or judging. Just observing. Pretty cool. Pretty cool skill to be able to have, right? To observe yourself with compassion without judgment or expectation. What an amazing thing to practice. And it takes practice. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good. Come to the top of your mat, second set. I'm standing back a bit. You're welcome to open your knees a little wider, 8 to 10 inches between your knees, 6 inches between your feet. Put your hands on your lower back. Maybe bring elbows closer together. Push your hips forward. Keep your eyes open. Look up. One day head goes back. One day go back halfway. Eventually, or in the future, grab your heels. Press hips forward. Lift your chest up. Drop your head back and just breathe. Micro bend the elbows if the fingers are going a little bit numb. Okay, when you're ready, put your hands on your back and change. Very nice. Turn around, Savasana. Give yourself a moment just to relax, be still, breathe, and observe. On the breath in, feel your ribs expand. On the breath out, feel your ribs gently contract. Whole body working for you. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. Good, okay. Come to the middle of your mat for Rabbit Sasangasana. Sit knees, feet together, make L's with your hands like little bunny ears. Grab your heels from the outside, thumbs outside, fingers inside, full palm grip on your heels, stretch up, tuck your chin to your chest, and go down with control, chin to chest, forehead to knees, automatically top of head to floor, pull on your heels, don't lose the grip, lift your hips up. This is another one, if you have back pain today, you can always keep your hips on your heels, eventually lift the hips, but you're never like tugging or pulling at your back. If there's a gap between your knees and forehead, you can walk your knees up one by one, but head stays in place. Squeeze your heels together, press your hips forward, lift your shoulders up, suck your stomach in, round your spine. Good, change, hips down, slowly uncurl, head up last. Very nice, turn around, Savasana. Legs together, arms over your head, flex your feet, squeeze your seat, sit up, heels on the floor. Good, okay. Middle of your mat, second set, rabbit. Knees, feet together, hips on your heels, grab your heels, stretch up tall, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. Maybe try to touch forehead to knees so that nose goes between the thighs, top of head to floor. Pull on your heels and lift your hips up. Now for my folks where like rabbit pose is your jam, it can be tempting to try to round the neck spine more. You want to keep the forehead on the knees and instead try to move the middle back up to the ceiling. So rather than working more towards neck flexibility, think about working on the middle back, like round the middle spine up towards the ceiling as you press your hips forward. Good, change hips down, slowly uncurl. Head up last, very nice, turn around, Savasana. For most folks, but not all folks, but for most folks, the middle of the back is where we're tightest. Like the lower back tends to be somewhat flexible, neck tends to be somewhat flexible, but the middle back is really in back bends and forward curls where we want to like work on compression and extension. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So even in the sit-ups, try to round the middle back. Good, okay. Come to the middle of your mat, 2 quick sets of Janushirasana with Paschimottanasana. Head to knee with stretching, right leg out, left leg in, 2 legs make an L. Inhale, arms overhead, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest, go down, touch your exactly forehead and knee together. Interlock your 10 fingers up to the webbing, flex your toes back to your face. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Pick up your foot at the ball of your foot like you're still trying to help that one friend over a fence. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down, suck your stomach in. Change, arms up, both legs out in front of you. If you're skipping, sit up, stay here. Otherwise, lay down and sit up. Paschimottanasana stretching, showing you from the side. Bend your knees, hook onto your big toes with peace sign fingers, thumbs on top, scoot your butt back, right, left, 10 to 15 times. Knees can stay bent if it helps you keep a flat back. Eventually legs straight, Stick your butt out some more. See if you can lock your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Flex your pinky toes back. Spiral inner thighs down. Roll shoulders back and down. Stomach to thighs pull. Chest and knees stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good. Change. Come on up. Turn around. Savasana. Take a breath. Stay in your body. Go again. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest. Sit up. Biceps with ears, round, middle back. Good. Come to the middle of your mat. Second set, head to knee. I'm going to show you at an angle. Right leg out, left leg in, two legs make an L. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, turn to your right, tuck your chin to your chest and go down. So eventually the leg will be straight or even locked with heel off the floor. Bend elbows down. Notice if you're rolling to one side, right? You want to bring the left sit bone down, left knee down, left shoulder down. So both sides of your back are rounding. Change, arms up, left leg out, right leg in, stretch up. Turn to your left, tuck your chin to your chest, go down. Flex your toes back, bend your elbows down. It's a really nice way to stretch through the Achilles and calf. Bend elbows down, suck your stomach in, right elbow down, right shoulder down, roll into the right. Good, change, arms up, both legs out in front of you, lie down on your back and sit up. Second set, stretching, bend your knees if you need to, hook onto big toes with middle and index fingers. See if you can straighten your legs, stick your butt out, see if you can lock your legs, and then start to pull. Pulling is the object of stretching. Shoulders back. Imagine you're gonna hook your rib cage over your knees, stomach to thighs, pull. Chest to knees, stretch. One day toes and head touch. Good, change, come on up, turn around, Savasana. Take a breath. Even at the end of class, staying in your body, staying in your breath. Just observing. Legs together, arms over your head. Tuck your chin to your chest, sit up, biceps with ears. All right, all right, all right. Come to the middle of your mat for Ardha Matsyendrasana, spine twist, half Lord of the Fish pose. Bend your left leg on the floor. Touch your right heel to left knee corner, right arm close behind you, left arm up, bend over. Grab your left knee with your left hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up, abdomen in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder and twist. You can keep your right hand behind you for balance. You can also reach behind you, catch your left thigh with your right hand for a half bind. Keep right foot on the floor, left knee on the floor, point your left toes. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, pull your abdomen in. Look over right shoulder, twist and twist and twist. Good, change, unwind, swap out your legs. Wee, I'll show you from the side. Bend your right leg on floor, touch left heel to right knee corner. You're always welcome to keep your right leg long in front of you. Left arm close behind you, thumb pointing towards you, fingers away from you, hand tented. Right arm up and over, grab a right knee with right hand, heel and knee touch. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist. If you are leaning way back, walk your hand in more. Option to stay here or take your hand out. Reach behind you, catch your thigh with your hand for a bind. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, look over left shoulder, twist, twist, twist. Good, change, unwind, turn around, Savasana. We begin this sequence with a breathing exercise, and we end with a breathing exercise. So we always begin and end with the limb of yoga called pranayama, or life force breathing, life force energy. It's this idea in many ancient languages, not just Sanskrit, but also like in Greek, the word pneuma, and in Hebrew, the word ruach, both mean breath and like spirit. Same thing with prana in Sanskrit. So there's this idea in, like, I would say the majority of like ancient cultures, languages, civilizations, that your breath is more than your breath, right? It's your life force, your spirit. Legs together, arms over your head, tuck your chin to your chest, sit up. So when we do pranayama at the beginning and kapalabhati at the end, and with the sun salutes, we're doing ujjayi breathing against the back of the throat. These are all pranayama techniques. They're about lung health. I often frame them as that, but they're also can be viewed as like a little spiritual as well. So I think it's BKS Iyengar says, like, what if your breath was more than your breath? What if your breath was a prayer? I think that is a nice thought. Okay, life force breathing, Kapalabhati, skull shining breathing. Sit knees, feet together, hips on your heels, hands on your thighs. If it hurts to sit on your feet, don't do it silly. Sit on your butt, crisscross applesauce. Every once in a while, try to sit on your feet. Can't, lives on Won't Street. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, concentrate, meditate. Don't forget to have fun. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in this pranayama breathing exercise, you forcefully exhale through your mouth as you pull your abdomen in. When the stomach relaxes, the lungs will subtly take in air. The exhale is forceful, it's like strong, the inhale is passive. You barely notice it happens. Lick your lips, swallow a couple times, sit up tall, and begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good for you. Honor yourself. Give yourself a hug. High five. Pat on the back. Turn around. Final Savasana. I'm modeling drinking water, especially during seasonal transitions. Please drink water. It's hot out. Okay, close your eyes. Open your arms and legs. Make yourself as big or small as feels right and true to you. True to like what you need in this moment. And anything you could use right now, whether it's grace or compassion or humor or joy, or just like, I don't know, like sadness, right? If you could use sadness, like whatever it is that you need, try to give it to yourself right here, right? Filling up on whatever it is you need for the rest of your evening, so that you can have a good, peaceful close to your day and a gentle, restful sleep. Take a slow inhale through your nose. And an easy exhale through your nose. We are all just walking each other home.